We've been telling you about the City of Evansville's proposal to put a pickleball courts in Wesselman Park and the criticism that has come in its wake. Well, today we're taking a closer look at some of the complaints. And joining us right now are members of Evansville Fanghorn Forest. Now, that's a live-action role-playing group that gathers at Wesselman, and you all are, I see you all out there pretty often on the weekends, some sword fighting and gathering and looking wonderful in your medieval getup. And I want to say who you all are. Julian Meggs, Cecilia Robertson, and Christopher Davis. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate you taking the time today. First of all, though, tell us a little bit about your group, because this right here is just some of the stuff. If you can show the camera some of the stuff and talk about, it's kind of based on medieval times, right? Yeah,
well, so we're sort of fantasy. Fanghorn Forest comes from like Lord of the Rings, very low fantasy setting, but a lot of Tolkien's work was from like medieval Europe, and so a lot of our inspiration comes from that. We tend to be a hodgepodge of all of it, and then we just kind of mix it into like a full contact sport.
So you're actually doing fighting with swords. I've seen that, and there's one right there, which is amazing. And if you feel this, it's harder than you might think, actually. I mean, it is padded, but I mean, there's something to it. And you told me that it can hurt occasionally.
It can sting.
It can sting.
Especially when you get to the bigger ones and, you know, a big guy swinging it.
And that's sort of the winter thing, too, is foam reacts weird in the winter. It gets a little more stiff. And so, but yeah, I mean, you know.
Okay, I believe you. I believe you. So why do you do this?
I was nerdy. I like video games and stuff, but I was looking for something that got me out of the house a little more when I was younger. This is like 12 years ago. And I found the group here meeting at the park, and I've been there ever since.
And this is some video of your group doing what I was just talking about, some of this medieval fighting, and I assume it's in fun, right? No, you're not trying to hurt anybody, right?
No. So, like in those videos, there's a flag that we're trying to capture and push them to. So, like, we're trying to fight through, and they respond on the flag, so we're trying to go up and take their flag so they can't respond. So we have a lot of games like that.
And Cecilia, not everyone fights, right?
No, you can be non-combat as well. I've gone out there for years, and I don't fight at all. I take videos, I bring water, and I just be support for everyone else on the field.
So I assume it's just fun to be together in this setting.
Yes, I've met lots of people, and some people stay, some people go, but we always welcome everybody with open arms.
So what does Wesselman Woods and that particular area where you all gather, what does that mean to your group?
It's a home. I mean, at least for me, I've been going to that park literally every weekend almost for 11, 12 years. That section of the park, even just now that we moved to a new spot, it's all kind of home for us. With the forest background is just where we're used to meeting, and it's part of our name of our group.
Right.
Where else in Evansville are we going to be able to say we're in a forest? We're in a forested area. So, yeah.
Yeah. So the pickleball proposal came out, and there are things about it that concern you guys. Tell me about that. Whoever.
Yeah, so the proposed spot in the current write-up of it is basically just going to eliminate the place we used to play at and the place we play at now, as well as a lot of the greenery of Wesselman Park. A whole section of wooded area is going to be taken out.
And you're looking at the proposal right now, and you can see the tennis courts are in that gray square area, and to the right of that is where the pickleball courts are proposed. And you all typically play just below that, the bottom of the screen there in that green area, right?
And we used to play where the pickleball courts would go now.
Right.
But they took the trees away, so we ended up moving. So
they took trees down because of storm damage?
From storm damage.
So then you moved over to the area, to the lower part of that screen. And if we could pop that up again one more time real quickly, that is the proposal that shows, you were telling me a drive coming. Now, right now, you don't see that driveway. It's really just greenery and wooded area, right? Which is why you all want to be there.
Pretty much. It's just they're gonna probably, according to that, take out that trees, put a little parking lot there, a drive that goes right through that spot, pretty much right through where we're at now, where that volleyball pit is.
So it takes away your space.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that some people are asking, isn't there other places in Wesselman where you could do this?
There are. So like we could technically move on the other side of the street, but like SCA fights there a lot, and other groups use that space. So because of limiting the space, there's gonna be more people who come on the weekends who are going to be vying for that space. We need a lot of space. We're running around fighting. It's very similar to like football and stuff, where you need a lot of space to play. If there's 4 or 5 groups, they're going to need to add a signage sheet or something for people who want to go there and do it, because there's not going to be a lot of open space. We like to go play in the woods, but like it's not the safest for our sport, and people who play football aren't going to go and play in the woods.
Gotcha.
That open field is kind of the only place you can go to for football, at least at Wesselman's. It's even, there aren't very many like divots, and the same for us. Like if we want to set up a bigger group, sometimes we might have 30 people out there, and we may need to set our flags wider and maybe do 3-man team, like 3 teams, and we need bigger space for that. Bigger than we're at now. We're only moved over there right now because we have a smaller group. If we get our bigger group out, like in the middle of summer, we'll need more space. And going back to that field is where we'd go.
And there's people in the group that are talking about actually like being able to build temporary walls, so we could do like a siege, kind of thing. Or,
Right, like a fantasy siege of a fort or something like that.
Or,
Gotcha.
we're battling on a bridge and the walls are the edge.
Okay.
None of that's possible if they get rid of the only even open space out there.
So what is your request to the city? When you went before the city council the other night, what did you ask them?
Well, so one of the big focuses was like, there's, as far as I know, there's other developmental places. Like Robert said, maybe it's my unawareness. I'm not sure what they're doing with that space. There's other spaces in Evansville that I think that need development. There's a lot of, that I've seen just alone driving around. I think a lot of people have seen that. There's other places that can use that development. A currently existing park that is used by a lot of people, it just doesn't seem like it needs that development that other parts of Evansville need.
Anyone else want to add to that? Is there anything else that you want to talk to?
Except for, taking away, I understand that they'd want them near the tennis courts, but they're not, I haven't seen any group, any baseball groups using the 2-3 baseball diamonds that are there. There's the skate park behind Swanders, that's not being used anymore.
I think we also forget about, not just us, the wildlife that is in that area. Like that's a big part of it being a preserve. So
right,
Okay.
and if there's a lot more traffic, because apparently they were trying to get the pickleball association in there to start doing matches.
I'd be scared to see what litter looks like after a tournament there, and what like that is going to do to that area. So.
And we want to stress too that this is an ongoing process.
Yes.
It is not finalized yet. The city is working on their proposal. It continues to work on the proposal, so it is not finalized yet. And we're going to continue to follow this throughout the process. But we appreciate y'all coming here and talking a little bit about this. And if there's anyone out there who's interested in your organization, the Fanghorn Forest, Evansville Fanghorn Forest, you say just come on out on a Saturday. You'll be there about 1 o'clock on Saturdays. Just come on out.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate your time, and can't wait to see you out there fighting some more and in the medieval times. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.